on lunchtime crunch mode. So this is going to be our final lunchtime training for your coach mentorship, and we are super pumped. So this is your fourth coach mentorship training call. And again, if you haven't had the opportunity to watch them live or catch a recording, you have 4 recordings. So we have covered everything from your first training, your social media, your action hour, and then this is kind of our wrap up and our final presentation, our final training. And this is going to give you kind of a snapshot of where do you go from here. You know what to do in your action hour every day. You know how to do that business part of it, but we want to kind of give you how do you forecast the next 3 to 6 months, because this business is about definitely being consistent every day, but you also have to have a vision for what is it looking like the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next year, in order for me to go from point A to point B and start making some traction towards my bigger vision. So you've got that big vision that you set, that big why, but we've got to chunk it up and baby step it in order to get closer and closer and closer. So let's share the presentation and away we go.
Alrighty, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so taking it to what is next. So goal setting for the next 3 to 6 months in your business. We will actually send you a picture of this so you don't have to like squint your eyes and be like, what is this? It's hard to read. But basically our goal for you as a coach is to help you set that strong foundation. We talk about this a lot. Is Success Club is helping at least 3 new people get set up. They can be coaches, they can be discount customers, they can just be customers, but setting them up with either that challenge pack or Shakeology HD on demand, that's going to help you every single month. Jessica and I have been in this business going on 5.5 years. I think this next month will be 5.5 years exactly for us. And we have made Success Club a non-negotiable in our business from the beginning. I will tell you, some months are easier than others. It's just the name of the game, ebbs and flows of the business. But no matter what, we told ourselves, we know that this is important. We know that if we want to be very profitable, we really want to grow a significant income, we need to make this our minimum. So when you do that 3 months, you have to do it your 3 months within your first 6 months. So if for whatever reason you're getting a slower start, totally fine. But if you can hit Success Club 3 months within your first 6, you are considered a success starter. So this is exactly taking you through the plan of what that means. But a success starter means you've hit 3 months of Success Club. It not only helps you grow your income, hopefully taking you through this process, it'll help you rank up and maximize your team cycle bonus. Again, just growing your income. And then it'll also get you a free ticket to Summit. Now, unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, our annual Beachbody Summit that we normally have in July, it was going to be in New Orleans this year, was canceled. It's actually going to be virtual, so everyone can attend. We'll be giving you more information on that in July. But normally we come together as a whole entire Beachbody community. It's amazing. Highly encourage you to go. You will get great training. You'll be inspired. You get to really see what the Beachbody community is all about. But if you do become a success starter for 3 months, you get a free ticket to Summit, which is amazing. And on top of that, something they've instituted this year is that you also get to be a test group in one of the new upcoming workouts. So you get to actually be in a private group with the trainer as they take you through the process, and you get to try it out before anyone in the Beachbody community. That's something brand new. Jessica and I had the opportunity to be in a test group a few years back, and it was awesome. It was incredible. You get really hands-on experience with the trainer. Definitely make that a goal. That's a great way to showcase, look, I'm having success in my business. Look, I have this exclusive opportunity to work with a trainer and be in a test group. It's awesome. Make it your goal. But this is the plan for how you earn $1,000. Our job is to teach you how to be profitable, how to be, make back your investment and then some. And this is the plan to do that. So again, if you can help 3 people and sign them up as a coach or a VIP member, most of the people that we sign up as people who want to at least get the discount. A lot of them just stay as a discount coach member, and that's okay. And sometimes people come around and decide, hey, I see you working this business. I know what you're doing in your groups. I'm interested in doing that too. But when you help 3 people a month, boom, you've hit Success Club. When you sign up 5 coaches or VIP members, you earn what's considered a fast start bonus. So if you can sign up 5 coach members, again, doesn't matter if they're discount or actually want to work business, within 5 weeks, you earn an additional $100 bonus. That's something cool. I don't even think we knew that that was a thing when we started, but we want to make sure that you know it. So if you were to help 5 people in your first month, that's $250 in commission or bonuses, and then an additional $100 for a fast start bonus. Okay. So that's $350. If you were to do that again in your second month, again, you've earned another $350. Plus now you've already are an emerald. So you're also earning that team cycle passive bonus. So you're at least earning $350, and then you're also earning anywhere from 14 to 28, maybe 56 in team cycle bonuses extra. And then if you rinse and repeat and do the same thing for your third month, again, you'll earn another $350 plus whatever team cycle bonuses that you're earning on top of that. So at that point, again, you've locked in Success Starter. You have earned at least $1,000, probably more. You've gotten a summit ticket, and you now have earned a spot in an exclusive test group for Beachbody. So lots of benefits to this. We just wanted to lay it out for you. Again, if you don't follow this plan word for word and signing up these people, that's okay. But we wanted to lay it out there for you. For some of you that want to hit the ground running and really want to make this happen, this is what it looks like. And again, if you're adding that many coaches, you've also advanced to Diamond, which puts you in the top 1% of our business. And that's what's going to help you also maximize the compensation plan, meaning instead of earning $14 per team cycle bonus, you earn $18, which is only a $4 difference. And you're probably thinking, that doesn't seem that significant, but I will tell you, those $4 adds up, okay? So our goal as your coaches and your mentors is to help you get there as soon as possible. I know this is a lot of information, and sometimes you're like, I don't understand the team cycle bonus. That's okay. All I want you to think about is my goal is to help at least 3 new people every single month. I really want to shoot for 5. If I can do that consistently, I know that I'll be meeting my goals, I'll be rank advancing, and I'll be building my income. That's all you need to know. Okay, we'll help you with the rest. All right, Jess.
Also on your Success Club, the one thing we didn't put on there, and just so you know, you'll see it in your coach online office. I know because I just wanted, it reminded me because Casey was looking at hers and had this problem. You'll see Success Club, and it will tell you in your online office whether or not you have achieved it. So maybe you have Success Club 6, 8, 10, whatever it is, but it says Success Club not achieved. You have to have 90 PV on Home Direct for your Success Club to actually count. So you want to make sure that you see that. Now, 90 PV on Home Direct just means usually your Shakeology is on auto ship and away it goes. And Brittany and Abby, I know y'all signed up on the 31st of the month. And so that can be a tricky one because then there's not always a 31st day in the month. So I would actually probably live chat, change your order date to like the 28th or 27th, something that is consistent every month so that you're not sitting on the 30th of the month stressing whether or not you hit Success Club. I know for Raquel a couple months ago, because of the shipping, her Home Direct got delayed and she almost missed Success Club, which would have been the first time in 5 years, not because she didn't have the points, but because her Home Direct order got switched up. So always make sure that you're double checking that the Home Direct 90 PV is correct and that you see in your online office not only your Success Club points, but it'll say Success Club 5 achieved, Success Club 10 achieved, etc. Does that make sense? Hopefully. If not, let us know. Okay, rolling right along. So some other things, you may have seen pieces of this pop up and you may know about it, you may not. I know we definitely did not know about this whenever we started, and it was one of the best surprise perks that happened in this business, especially for me. So we have Success Club trips that happen. What these Success Club trips are, you get a reward trip every single year as an opportunity for Beachbody. We have been on 3 or 4 trips. There was one that was this year in the Dominican, which got canceled, obviously, because of COVID. Luckily, I had a newborn, so I wasn't going anyway. But how you earn these trips, when you hit Success Club 5 or more every single month, it gives you the opportunity to earn trip dollars. So essentially you can earn your trip for free, excluding airfare. And you actually earn the trip a year ahead of time. So right now your Success Club points will not only get you off the wait list for the trip that's coming up in Mexico next year, and I will tell you, of all the trips, this is absolutely without a doubt Raquel and I's favorite place to go and favorite Success Club trip that they've ever had. So get your butt on the wait list immediately, if not sooner. But the points that you're earning this year also pay and get your spot reserved so that in January of 2021, you'll register for the trip that happens in 2022. So we'll put this link also in our thread, and we'll put it in the chat box here too so that you have it. But get on that waitlist link. Even if you're not sure if you want to go, just get on the waitlist. When you get off of the waitlist, you'll have the opportunity. You put down like a deposit of a couple $100s, which does get returned to you, but you put down a deposit and you have like 48 hours to decide if you want to go. So just get on it so that it's available. If you want to earn your spot and get off the waitlist this year, you want to be shooting for Success Club 10 or more in your first business center. That will, in 10 plus, because that will highly up your chances of getting off the wait list. How they do it is you have to actually earn this trip. When we first started, you could actually get this trip by just like signing up for it. But now you actually have to earn it. You have to be an active working coach hitting Success Club numbers in order to earn the trip. And so the higher that your Success Club points are for this year, the higher chance you have of getting off the wait list and actually being in Mexico this time next year with us. And it's a super incredible opportunity. Next things to look forward to. Hold on, my screen just like disappeared. Next things to look forward to is your next challenge group will be July 13th as a start date. And again, this is your business. If this does not work for you, you totally run it however you want. We try to do one new client challenge group start date every single month. And we try to do it around the third Monday of the month. We do often do, like if there's a special launch, which like we have coming up, we'll call it a test group. When we have something like that, we will throw in an additional group, but as a normal basis, we run one new group every single month. It helps with inviting, it helps with keeping people on the same page. It helps you to keep your business not so scattered, where you're trying to figure out what client is on what page. If you kind of have your enrollment is here, people are going to the group here, it kind of helps you keep your people going. So we will be starting a new broad group, a new challenge group, a new Lean Life group on the 13th. The content that you're seeing in Lean Life is the content that we use for our newbie group. So we will rinse, wash, repeat. We will reuse that content over and over for our newbie groups. The newbies that are in your current first group have the opportunity to repeat the group if maybe they didn't really go all in, they kind of faded out, they just don't feel like they got the gist of it. They can either repeat it and go through it again with your July 13th people, or they can jump into an ongoing community. We have an ongoing community called VIP Fit Crew. I think all of you are already in there. And that is a place where we run more themed content, more fun stuff, relaxed stuff. We kind of just do whatever we're feeling at the moment to keep people motivated, encouraged, and going over there. But it's not teaching the fundamentals of how to learn this lifestyle and create long-term habits. So your veterans can either go into a long-term community or they can repeat your new group. We'll also have Muscle Burns Fat test group starting July 20th. We will give more details after the team call this Sunday. So again, we have a team call this Sunday that will be going over all the things launched on this program. It will launch on the 7th for coaches. We will have a test group that you can blow up on social media and you can invite people into, and that's super exciting. Last time we did a test group for Morning Meltdown 100, that was the last test group we did. So fun and so good for your business, and clients and coaches got such good results. It was really fun, so I'm excited about it, but we will talk about that a little bit more as we go. And then last thing, moving on. Never mind, continue.
All right, so then what we want to talk to you about is time management, because we know that we all live busy lives, right? And you just added a business on top of that. And I just want to say this in the nicest way possible. Busy is an excuse ever said with love, because honestly, at the end of the day, we're all busy. And if you fight for your limitations, you will win. And seasons of life are always going to be chaotic. We have been in this business for 5.5 years, and I can tell you, there have been seasons where I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. But I also know that that's a choice to stay in that, or to remember why I'm making this a priority in my life, why it matters. And I always say words have power. So busy, overwhelmed, discouraged, all of that has so much power behind it. So flip it. And I know it's not easy to do. It's a habit, but it's a habit that can be learned. Okay. So just delete that negativity from your mindset and just tell, my life is so full of great things. I have to learn how to prioritize. Instead of saying I'm busy and overwhelmed. Like, my life is so full of great stuff, but let's figure out a way to where I can really focus on what matters the most. So how do you do that? First and foremost, you got to set working hours and plan out your schedule for the week. So If this were another part-time job that you were building, let's say you worked at the mall at J. Crew in the evenings, you would know, hey, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have a shift from 5 to 10. You would know, you would plan it, you would schedule it. You would also know if I didn't show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 5 to 10 p.m. at night, I wouldn't get paid. Okay. What's cool about this business is I don't have to show up anywhere, right? I don't have to have someone be there. I don't have to clock in and out. That's awesome. But with that flexibility, it's also can be a little touchy because I don't have anybody being like, hey, you have a shift, where are you? It can be very easy not to show up for yourself, right? So I want you to be very committed to, these are my working hours. And here's the deal. I can tell you right now, Jessica and I don't work our business 5 hours a day. We never have. That's not why we got into this business. But I will tell you, you need to commit at least 1 hour to 2 a day. It can be 20 minutes here, 20 minutes here, a 30-minute here, whatever it needs to be. But if you can commit, I will use my business activity tracker and I will do what's on there for an hour a day consistently. You will build this business. Now, that's not to say you can't have weekends off. On Saturday, that tends to be my day off. And even on Sundays, I do my team call, but during the day, I'm not doing a whole bunch. So just decide I will be consistent. I will set my work hours. The best way to do that is on Sunday night, I kind of look at what's going on. When do my kids have doctor's appointments or dentists or dance or soccer or baseball? When do you have to be at your normal job 8 to 5 and plug those in, and then be really honest with yourself and say, when am I working out? Because that's first and foremost, take care of yourself. When am I going to actively work my business? And plug it in, because it's true. If you don't schedule it, it'll never happen. It's a great idea. We have all these grand plans, but if it's not set in your schedule, it's very easy to just be blown by the wind of what's happening for the day. And then you get around to 9 o'clock at night and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then it becomes, I'll do it tomorrow. And then you never get around to it. Okay. In the beginning, you're going to have to learn how to really commit and go for it and put your blinders on and go hard on, when am I working? I will tell you that right now. It's a new business. It's going to take time commitment. You just have to know that going in. But you got to also build boundaries. We don't want you to burn out. I talked about this, I think, on our last call, but you don't have to be attached to your phone 24/7. You don't. And we're not ever going to teach you to do that. But you have to, what I would encourage you to do is turn off notifications on your phone so that when I sit down to work and I go on Instagram or I go on Facebook, I am purposeful in my time. I'm not going to get lost in the scroll. I'm not going to get caught up watching people's stories. That's like bonus if I have extra time for the day. But when it's my work time, I need to be very focused. We took you through that power hour flow, so you know exactly what to do when you sit down to work, okay? We have the recording. If you don't remember what that was about, you can watch that recording and go through it again with us. But sitting down, being very disciplined and efficient in what you're doing, and then you can go and scroll. And then the last thing we will tell you is I did not do a very good job at this in the beginning, but I want you to encourage you to communicate your work hours with your husband, with your spouse, with your kids, whoever it is. For me, I worked my business primarily in the evenings when my kids went to bed and I was working full time. So that was usually my time for my husband and I to unwind, unplug, watch TV, right? But I had to be very honest with him and say, babe, I'm very committed to this business. I know it's going to take work. As much as I would love to watch Netflix with you, can you give me an hour to sit down, do my work, and then I'll come hang out with you? And if you communicate that, it makes things so much smoother. Just having the open communication and reminding them, I'm building this for us. I'm excited for what it holds. Can you just support me on this? Okay. And the best way to get support is to actually sit down, do the work, show them the rewards, and then they get on board. I really do believe that's the best way to get their support if you don't already have it. If you already have it, awesome, great, that's amazing. Sometimes it takes a while for those closest to us to get on the same page as us. And lastly, like I just told you, there will be seasons when you're like, I don't know if this is worth it. I'm tired from my full-time job. I'm tired from being a parent. I just want to veg out on the couch, right? I don't want to post on social media today. If you think we haven't felt that in 5.5 years, you are mistaken, because trust and believe we have. But you have to go back and remember, what's the vision? Why are you doing this? For me, I didn't want to be in the rat race of constantly working and trying to get it all in the evening and not being a present mom and being impatient and telling my kids to hurry and just being like, I would get to the end of my weekend and be like, I didn't even enjoy my family because I was running around like a rat with my head cut off because I didn't know what was going on and trying to get ready for the week ahead. And I didn't want to be on that hamster wheel forever. And I knew that it was going to take a little season of imbalance, of me having to not watch TV in the evenings or getting up an hour early. It was going to take a season of imbalance to get where I am now, more balanced, where I can take days off and go take my kids to the park, and we're going to go get popsicles today. And to get here, it was worth that. But you got to know it's going to take that season of imbalance to get to where you want to be. Hold that vision, look at your vision board every single day, and remember what you're doing. I would encourage you to put that vision board on the fridge or somewhere your family can do it. One of my visions was to take my kids to Disney. And for me, putting it on the fridge, my kids knew what I was working for. And for me, it was like, I can't quit, because then I would have to take that Disney trip off the fridge and tell my kids, hey, our mom's a little overwhelmed. It's not really a big priority for us to take you to Disney. So we're just going to put that away from now. I couldn't do that. I could not bring myself to do that to my kids. So that was just a little extra accountability. You can do that or not, but just know it's possible. We want you to be successful, and we want you to do it in a way that feels good. And when you manage your time, it feels way better than when you're all hectic all over the place. Okay.
Okay, so moving from your time management piece, and know that your time can totally change as your business change. You know, you work it when it works for you and let it follow those ebbs and flows of your season. But with that time management piece, the most important thing is mindset. If we have learned anything, it is that mindset will be your biggest catalyst, or it will be your biggest Achilles heel. And it took us a while to learn this, because we started this business with a ginormous amount of belief. Like, we had no doubt in our mind that we would be successful. Like, there was no ifs, no ands, no buts. Like, I have put myself on social media. It is done. We're going to be successful. And we did not waver. When we started to build a team and we started to have other coaches come into the team, that's when we learned that's not the case for everybody. And maybe you feel like you're where we were and you are 100%, you're like, oh, hell yeah, here I come. Or maybe you're like, ooh, I still feel nervous. I feel like I'm not as successful yet as I want to be. Can I keep doing it? Maybe you have doubts. Wherever it is that you fall, you have got to learn mindset work is a top priority in your business. No matter how many hours you put in this business, you cannot outwork a bad mindset. Just like you cannot outrun your fork when it comes to getting results on your body. You cannot do anything but work on that mindset. And when I first learned about personal development, I thought it was so silly and I had no desire to do it. I didn't even know what it was, but I was like, I do not need personal development. I'm good. Like, that was the most naive, silly thing I ever did. And now I'm like, holy crap, like, what was I missing? But I did it because the people that were successful in this business were doing it. So I said, okay, success leaves clues. If this is what they're doing and it's helping them be successful, sure, I'll learn how to read. I had never made it through a book in my entire life, and I'm not kidding. I was the person in high school who was literally living off Cliff Notes. Like, I do not read. I absolutely hate it, but I will listen to an audiobook. I have learned to do that because, like, a book will put me to sleep faster than anything in the universe. I just do not enjoy it at all. So getting into personal development was hard for me. But I started with podcasts. I listened to every National Wake Up Call on the old podcast, and that fired me up. That got my business brain working. There's two types of mindset work that we want you to work on. Stuff that's going to help you maximize your business. So this is strategy. This is business. This is practicality. So this is those old National Wake Up Calls. You've got them. They're either on the Team Beachbody podcast. If you don't have that, let us know, and we will get that downloaded for you. Brittany, I'm glad you don't like to read either. Welcome to the club. And then there's also Team VIP calls. We have an entire Team VIP YouTube channel that is filled with just Team VIP recordings. So you can listen to any of those. They're every Sunday at 8:30. We have our team call. Plug into those. And the more that you can plug into them live, again, make it part of your schedule, the better. Do we sometimes get to Sunday night and be like, man, I sure wish I could just sit on this couch instead of go up and have a team call? Yes, probably 90% of the time. But the fire that I feel after I get off that team call 30 minutes later is like, it's the same thing as I don't want to do my workout. But then once I do my workout, I feel like I could conquer the world. Same concept. And when you're on live, it just really gives you that team community vibe. Plug into the team. Some other books that are really helpful with business practicality and getting your business brain set off correctly: The Slight Edge, and The 1% Rule. These are both incredible books, and they are super helpful for our particular business, but also for just creating any success whatsoever in your life, period. The 1% Rule is more geared towards network marketing. Slight Edge is just towards being a more productive human, period. So those are both two great books for your business. Sources to strengthen your confidence and your mindset. You are a badass. Some of you are already reading that one because that was the second book we gave you in your new coach training. And then Fear is my homeboy. This is good just to get out of your own way. Being on social media is hard. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a little bit uncomfortable at first. You're putting yourself out there in a way that you've never done. You're doing all kinds of things out of your comfort zone. You're talking to people, you're messaging people, you're posting on social media. It's a lot. Don't expect to just have like this thick skin and this incredible confidence straight off the bat. Use these resources to help you realize your inner badass is already in there waiting to be unleashed. And if you have questions about that, please let us know. But your mindset is everything. Your affirmations, the way you speak to yourself, the way that you write your things down, the way that you say your goals every single morning. I am grateful to be a diamond coach in this business, maximizing this opportunity and earning over $500 a month every single month, or whatever your goal happens to be. But you need to be that clear and that specific and say it over and over and over and over every single day. When I'm on my morning walks in the morning, you see me on my IG stories. When I'm doing my walks, I'm saying those things in my head. While the baby sleeps, I'm saying those things. Everything that is a goal for me in my business this year, I say it over and over and over and over and over. Okay, moving on.
All right. And I have my affirmations written behind me. Jessica likes to laugh because I have like a whole book written, but I do believe words have power, and I say them out loud as I'm warming up in my workout space. All right. Success is inevitable, but not immediate. That's what we want you to know, okay? This isn't it happens overnight. You're earning $5,000 every single month. It's fabulous. I wish it were the case, but I can tell you it wasn't the case for us. But you have to know in your heart and believe that your success is inevitable. If you don't 100% believe that yet, make sure that you're doing your personal development. That is something that I'm constantly reminding myself that my success is inevitable. Like my next level, it's absolutely going to happen. I just keep having to show up and do the work daily because it's inevitable. It's happening no matter what. But how does that happen? Like I said, you got to treat your business like a business. Like I said, set those work hours. Know that you got to show up. If you don't show up, you don't get results. Same thing for your fitness, right? As much as I would love for everybody to just, buy Beachbody on demand and think about doing 21-day fix and visualize it and getting in that, ooh, I can't wait, and how great I'm going to be. I'm going to look just like Autumn Calabrese. If you don't actually do the work, sitting there buying it, visualizing isn't going to get you anywhere. You got to take that aligned action, treating it like a business, showing up, doing it. The compound effect will show up. There is a lag time in this business. I would say it's about 3 months, right? So what I'm doing now in my business in June, if I'm working and I'm showing up and I'm doing the work, I will feel some of it now, but I know I'm planting seeds. When I talk to people who are interested in the business or want to join me in my challenge group, not everyone says yes right away. And I know that, but I know that if I plant a seed now, come September, it's more likely to be a yes. Same thing. If I just decide to take June off and not show up and never post and never do my business activity tracker and don't talk to people, I may not feel it now. Probably won't even feel it next month, but come September, I will feel it and this business will feel hard. So the compound effect is just your daily actions consistently add up over time. And it can work in both ways. If you're showing up and you're doing the work and it's like, it's not working. No one's saying yes. I wish I was further along. I don't know, but I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to trust the process. All of a sudden that speeds up and it happens for you. So just know that people give up right before the miracle. And we don't want that for you. Don't do all the work now. Don't keep showing up, doing it for 3 months and being like, it doesn't work for me. I don't know. It's just not going to work. You need to give it a solid year. One of the mantras that Jessica and I used to say is be here in a year. That's what we tell ourselves all the time. When we were like, I'm tired. I don't want to get up earlier. If I have to post one more selfie of myself, I might throw up. Like we were just like, tired. But our goal was, it'll be worth it. Be here in a year. It'll be worth it. Be here in a year. So we did. We showed up every single day consistently. And wouldn't you know it, in a year, we had built so much momentum. But what if we quit? I can't even imagine. I was a serial quitter. I quit a lot of things. We both quit a lot of things. And the minute it got hard, it was like, it wasn't meant for me. I used to tell myself, if it was meant to be, it would just flow and it would be easy. And that's a cute thought. But at the end of the day, that's not reality. If you can make it through the hard stuff, if you can do it even when it feels uncomfortable, I promise your miracle will show up. Comparison will slow you down. It will. There's going to be people in this group, I'm sure. I look at Casey. I think she has the highest Success Club numbers of the whole team right now. I'm like, dang girl, get it, right? But if you're new and maybe you haven't even been able to help somebody, it's easy to be like, well, maybe this isn't for me, right? It's easy to look at other people in this business who are just like taking off and having success, and then compare yourself and maybe you're not there and think, oh, maybe it's not for me. Even with me and Jessica, there are coaches that have been in the business for 5 years. Guess what? They're already in the millionaire club. Okay. So I could look at that and be like, dang, I'm not successful. I haven't made $1 million in Beachbody yet. Guess it's not for me. Or I could say, you know what? I'm headed there. My success is inevitable. For sure, I will make $1 million with Beachbody. I just got to keep pushing at my pace, my season, because you don't know where people are, right? We don't know where they are in their life, what's going on. We don't know what kind of market they have. So just know, what's my vision? What am I focusing on? Put your blinders on and stay in your own lane. Plug into our team. I think we've said this multiple times, but we want you to stay connected into our team. We want you to stay connected with us as your coaches, as your business mentors. This business, a lot of it's online and you're having to show up and you're doing the work by yourself, and that can feel lonely, but we don't ever want you to feel lonely. We have you. We have your best interest in mind. We want you to be successful, but you got to meet us halfway and stay plugged in. Make it a commitment to stay into our team page. We'll be putting you in different message pods after this. Staying connected to the message pods is huge. We have them for our working coaches as well, so that when you do have questions, you're not just like, I don't know the answer. You have people that are there to support you and encouraging you. Show up on our team calls. That's the best way to do that. We'll have more events. Hopefully once, coronavirus is gone, come to the events. Come get connected. And I will tell you too, build a local team. When we started, even now, there's not a whole lot of people in the Austin area. Guess what? We're here now because we built it. So if you're like, I don't really have anybody with does Beachbody around me, cool, that's awesome. Build a team near you. Build it and it'll happen, right? Find a partner to run with. I really think having someone in your corner, whether you get your best friend to join you, looking at you, Jessica, or you have people that you've connected with on our team, partner up, decide, hey, let's do a power hour. Can you do a power hour at noon and get on Zoom and work together? Have a message thread that if you're like, ooh, somebody asked me this and I don't know the question, what do you think? Connect with somebody, okay? Now, with that said, just know that not everyone will continue. Not everyone's going to have that big long-term vision. I've had a lot of people quit on me, and I don't know how to say that in a more positive way. Jessica's had a lot of people quit on me. I think in my first year, out of all the coaches that I brought on and I was so excited about, I have 2 that are still here, and that's Jessica and that's Genevieve. And the rest decided it wasn't for them, and that's okay. I do believe people come in and out of my life for a reason, and they will leave better. But just know, what am I working towards, and am I willing to stay committed for the long term? Because on the other side of it, I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm a heck of a lot farther than I would have been had I stayed where I was. I will tell you, being now, it is absolutely worth it, and your success is 100% inevitable, but you got to believe that, okay? All right, anything else you want to add, Jess?
No. We can open it up for questions that you guys have, or anything we've gone over during this mentorship that you want to discuss. It can be stuff we talked about on this slideshow or anything else in between. Obviously, this is not your last opportunity to ask us questions. You have us forever and ever, amen. And we will keep you in your mentorship pod through the end of June. Again, no matter where you are so far, your goals for the first month were to help your first 3 to 5 people to achieve at least your first rank of emeralds and to at least earn back your investment. You still have 4 days left if you haven't done that, and or if you're still pushing. Here's another tip I will tell you, which we used to play with this too. If you have people, if you've already hit your goals for the month, do not stop. Do not throw your hands up. We have played this game and it has bit us in the butt more times than we would care to count. You hit your goals for the month, you've hit Success Club or whatever your goal that you were achieving, you hit the rank you were going for, and then you kick up your heels and you're like, cool, I'll catch you next month. I'm good here for today. That will bite you in the bottom real quick, because then, like Raquel said in the very beginning, some months are easy and some months are hard. And when people are ready, they're ready. If they want to sign up on the 31st, but you already hit Success Club, sign them up on the 31st, because on the 1st they may have changed their mind. And there's always more people. If you have that like limiting belief, if you have that scarcity mindset that, I'm going to save them for next month, you're going to just have this lack mentality, and it's going to hurt you down the road. Work consistently always. When it's high, keep working. When it's low, keep working, because it's going to feel easy, hard, easy, hard, easy, hard. But the common denominator is that wave will keep going, but your trajectory of income and your trajectory of success will continue to rise if you stay consistent. So even when things feel easy, same level of work. When it feels hard, same level of work. And that will definitely pay you out in dividends. Like, we have made that mistake, and I promise you it is worth it to push always. Any questions that y'all have?
So you said, because Abby and I signed up on the 31st, so you said we needed to look at like our auto ship date, so we probably should backdate it a little bit.
I would move it back to like 27th, 28th, just so it's done, and you're not at the end of the month being like, oh, I need to make sure that my Success Club was locked in. And you always want to double check that your online office says Success Club achieved. It'll say Success Club yes or no, and then it'll say like yes, Success Club 5, SC5, SC10, depending on what you've hit. But if it does not say yes, then you've not hit it, and it's probably because your home direct order has not gone out. So yes, I would live chat and backdate. If your home direct order is like 30th or 31st, definitely adjust it up a little bit so that you're not sweating it out. And same thing too, I know that this happened with Casey. This has happened to me before as well. If you get ahead on your Shakeology somehow, like you were ordering it through you and your spouse, or somehow you have extra, and you're like, I don't need any more Shakeology. We don't want you buying things that you don't need. Your 90 PV on Home Direct can come from any combination of products. So if you wanted to do Energize and collagen and beach bars or whatever, and keep that on Home Direct, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it adds up to 90 and it's on Home Direct. It can be any one product or combination of.
And if you do change it from the Shakeology, can you change it back like the following month?
Yeah, I've done
but
that.
It just has to be on Home Direct.
Yeah,
it just has to be on Home Direct.
Anything on Home Direct, it gets you better shipping rates. It's like $2 usually to ship. So yeah, like I'll do like collagen, Energize, and maybe like hydrate, and do it on Home Direct. And then if I feel like, okay, I don't need that next month, I'll just go cancel it and then go back to my Shakeology if I have a surplus.
I was also thinking about, because I normally do the bags, I was thinking about, and I need to do that today, switch it over.
I prefer packets.
Maybe doing the packets, because then I can like use them as samples too. Just for people.
They're great for samples. They're great for if you do have people that are local. Especially right now when shipping is a mess, like you can give them a couple packets to get them through till their package comes in, and just for traveling, it's always nice. It's way easier to travel with packets.
Like I've even gone to Starbucks and been like, hey, can you just blend this up for me if I buy whatever a drink, and they'll blend it for you, and it's easy to carry in your purse.
Yeah, like when you're in the airport or something, a lot of places will do that for you. Yeah. Not that we can travel, but maybe one day. Those are good. Any other questions that you have? Yes.
I have one more question. Do we know how long this, because I mean, I have people in my group that signed up really, really early in the month, and they still don't. I mean, I had a few things that I needed. I think I ordered on like the 4th, and I'm still, I think it's supposed to be here today, but 2 days ago it said it was supposed to be there on Monday, and then it got pushed back. So, like,
okay,
how
so
am I supposed to, go ahead.
If you have anybody who has an order that has not gotten to them, and it's been more than 2 weeks since the order date, send me their information, what they ordered, and what their order date was. And I will send it to VIP relations. I had to do that for one of Laura's coaches who like, some of them are sending very quickly, and somehow some of them are getting like caught in the wheel of death. And if I can go in, if I have the people's information, sometimes I can help get it expedited.
We have people that are probably gonna have to repeat it because of, I mean, they're still waiting on their stuff.
Yeah, and that happens.
Hopefully,
weird time in Beachbody. Like, it's a great time because people want to get plugged in with home workouts, but it's also a crazy time because we've never experienced the shipping delays
right
in the back order that we have. So I hope that you know that this is not a clear indication of how it normally is. It's just chaotic. But I feel the same way. I'm having some people just redo my challenge group because their stuff wasn't here. And I feel like people like to have their equipment or their products when they start. So I'm just going to have them redo it again, and that's okay too. But if nothing else, I just say all I care about is let's get you started at least on the workouts. And I want you to eat 4 servings of veggies, half your body weight in water. That's it. That's all I want you to start with. Let's go there. Just to get them going, get the ball rolling.
I have people that feel like they can start until they have everything. So I tried that.
Just tell them to go through and go through that next one. And I would like to say that hopefully it'll get better soon, but who really knows? Right. I would like to say that, but I don't want to throw that out there because honestly, I have no idea. I can say I don't want to be working at Beachbody corporate right now. That's for sure.
But how long does it, like, if COVID wasn't an issue, like, how long is it normally, like, for shipping?
5 to 7 days.
5 to 7 days.
Normally people get it. Yeah. Okay. Normally people get it within 3 to 5 days, but it always says 5 to 7 just in case. That's 7 is like a long.
If we have a group starting on a Monday, we always just, to be safe, order that previous Monday, just so it's, usually they get it by that Friday, but we always say, like, let's at least order by that following Monday. We start in a week and you'll have it. Obviously that's not the case right now, but that's usually what it is.
I will say if people are waiting on it and they contact customer service, their customer service has been really great about refunding shipping, because obviously it's not, they've refunded shipping and they've been sending out like free gifts with packages. So they're really doing a good job, as good as they can handle the situation, which is nice. And they're very friendly. So if people do want to reach out and ask questions about that or ask about their shipping, they shouldn't hesitate to do so. But if you do have anybody who has been waiting more than 2 weeks, please send me their information and I will do my very best to do what I can do, which is limited. But
I have another question.
Yeah.
So for our next group that starts on the 13th, I like this, like, copy and paste. Here's the post for today. I'm copying and paste. So are y'all continuing that, or do we just go off the old stuff, or are we revamping to our own?
So for the fundamental group, which is this one, the Lean Life Method stuff that you're seeing, we use the same content for our newbies always. The stuff that we change is in our community group. Okay. And that is new every single month because those are veterans. They've been through the fundamentals. They've got kind of the meat and the bones of it, but they still need to stay accountable and excited and that sense of community. And yes, everything that we create, you always have access to and are more than welcome to share with your future teammates as well.
Okay. So Abby and I are going to have to sit down because we'll have a lot of repeat people in this next group. We'll have a couple newbies, but a lot of repeats because of shipping delays and
But
stuff.
I will tell you, we used to have people that would go through 3 rounds or more of the same exact content. So you're going to feel the need, like, I need to change it up. They already read that. They're going to know that it's a repeat post. They won't. And especially in the beginning, like, they need to hear the information over and over and over and over again. Even I read this and I'm like, dang, that was good. Like, I needed to hear that today. I've been doing it for 5 years. It's ridiculous. But people need to see it over and over again. So don't stress yourself out that you have to create new content.
Okay.
The queens are trying to do that and it's not necessary. I'm speaking
when we first started, we used to do that. We created a new round of content, which is why we have like 5 fundamental content templates. But we kind of took those and then condensed it down to our very favorite 21 posts. And then we've kind of evolved it over, but we have learned that they do need to see the same stuff repeated, especially in the beginning, because if they don't have their stuff and they're kind of half-assing it, they need to see the same thing over again. Because then if you jump to new stuff, then they just, so don't feel like you need to reinvent the wheel. Spend that time engaging in your group and creating content for your social media.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Anything else? These are good questions.
I have a question. Raquel and Jessica, do y'all have a lot of repeats? I know you mentioned there's some people that do it like, 3-4 times. Like, when do you send them on to like the VIP Fit Crew group? Like, I know you can't after the first one, but
offer it at the end. Like, okay, you can do this again. If you feel like, I need more accountability, I need more focus, you are more than welcome to do this again. But at the end of every group, we always let them know, or you can move on to our veteran group. That's a little bit more laid back. So seriously, I'm not kidding. Probably for the first year, we had some of the same people every single month for an entire year. So I always just leave the ball in their court. Like, it's the same stuff.
And they'll come back. They may they head over to your community group and then they slack off for a couple of months and they're like, oh, I need a reboot. Like you're going to have clients that stay with you forever and ever, kind of on and off. And they may continue to use the products, but then they're like, I'm not focused. I need to refocus. And so then they'll jump into whatever it is. Same thing like when we talk about this new program launch that we're going to do, that's a great way to re-engage clients that maybe you guys are going to have clients who are super fresh. So it'll be a little bit different. But, clients of mine that last year haven't done anything since last year because they kind of fell off the bandwagon, or they got pregnant and then got distracted, or whatever happened. Life happens. That gives them a reason to get re-excited again. No, I'm not looking at you, Casey. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Really, life happens, and it's going to happen to your clients too. And you've got to remember, you as a coach, your accountability level is up here. Clients, their accountability level is down here, which is why I always tell people, if you want real results, become a coach, make it your job. But your clients, they don't have that not pressure, but they don't have that accountability associated. They don't have anybody counting on them to show up. And so they're going to kind of fade in and out. So they'll jump in and out of groups, and that's awesome. That's the purpose. As long as you're there providing them and you're there to support them, that's the whole end game.
okay, and I'm sorry for all the questions, but I promise this is my last question. I've been checking in with my group quite a bit. I even made like a separate group text message, and I'm just checking in with them individually. But like I said, a lot of my people have not gotten their stuff yet. So I'm kind of struggling with people like participating. And I know I've kind of been a struggle bus too with my posting. I would have to say I'm kind of all over the place. Getting back to like my full-time job has been crazy. But how do you get them like more on board to like post things? Because like I'm trying to ask them questions, I'm trying to ask them how things are going, and they're like, it's like crickets when I send something out.
So that's gonna happen.
Okay, so
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that's going to happen. There are some clients, customers that are like, they're waiting for your post of the day and they're ready to like participate, and that's great. But that doesn't often happen, and that's okay. But I think you continuing to show up, I send like a weekly check-in email with them. And that's about as much as I can do. Sometimes I'll tag them in the post if they're not showing up, because I'm like, maybe they just need to be tagged in the post, right? But I will also tell you, I've had people that I'm like, oh my God, like they're not responding, they're not participating. And do I suck as a coach? And then they'll come around the back end and be like, I lost 12 pounds. And I'm like, what? Like, you never responded. So sometimes people are just like watchers. They don't really participate. They're doing their stuff. So just know, but also at the end of the day, it is hard because I want everyone to get great results. I want my coaches to get great results. I want my clients to. My job at the end of the day is to give them the tools and the resources and to me continually show up, me showing up in their inbox. But at the end of the day, they have to meet me halfway. Like, I wish I could push play. I wish I could make them drink their shake. I wish I could make them follow the meal plan. We have literally made it as easy as possible. Here's a meal plan. Here's a grocery list. Here's exactly what to eat. All you have to do is follow this calendar. And some will and some won't. And you can't their success isn't riding on you. And that took me a long time to learn. So just keep posting, keep showing up in their inbox, just knowing some people will do it behind the scenes and never show you that they're there. But you just do your job the best that you can, just knowing that's all you can do. I don't know if that helps at all, but it's hard not to take it like personal. Like,
yeah, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I promise I'm like getting in front of them.
But there are a lot of people. I had a discount coach. She signed up as a discount coach. She's been a discount coach for over a year. She never engages at all. She sent me a picture this morning of her freaking shredded abs. I'm not kidding you, shredded. I was like, what? And I've asked her to be a coach like 3 times because y'all, her transformation is insane. And she never posts anything. And I'm like, I don't understand, but you keep coming at me with all these transformations. So clearly you're seeing it, you're showing up. And she's always like, thank you so much. Everything you do is so helpful. And I'm like, is it? Do you see it? Like, it does, it's hard on the ego, but just know if you're showing up and you're serving, it's there for them to take advantage of. And a lot of them are, and they're just not. But I think about, for me, I would have been that fly on the wall. Like, I would have looked at every post, I'd be seeing all the things, but I probably wouldn't have come out and engaged openly in the group just because I'm a fruitcake like that.
And I'll tell you, I've also had people that have like purchased from me, and then I kid you not, I never hear from them again. That's the weird ones, when you're like, you've ordered, I've checked in with you, you're not in my group, you're not responding, are you alive? And like, literally, it's such a strange situation where I'm like, I don't know what else to do. Like, you're not responding to anything. I see that you ordered, like, so that's weird too. Those things happen, but we're here. Let us know when they happen. We'll give you a pep talk because we probably experienced it too at some point. Those are the weird ones. All right, any other questions?
I have 2 quick questions. One, so we signed up our spouse. We bought for him. Like, I think Brittany and I kind of know the same thing. So to keep him going, we have to have, I think y'all mentioned somebody needs to be purchasing underneath him.
So he can either be purchasing 50 PV worth of products himself, or you can sell that underneath him to keep him active. So if you're like, I don't want to pay anything other than his, business fee, cool. Anytime somebody wants to buy Energize, Collagen, Beachbody on demand. Some people are like, I don't want any of the nutrition stuff. Give me Beachbody on demand. Sell it under your husband's account. And
so they might question why they're under, you'll just say, oh, that's just under my.
We work our business together. That's what I would say. You'll see my husband show up as your coach. Don't worry.
Okay.
We just work our business together. Never have.
But he can't get that from that. It has to be from his individual. The PV is from his personal purchase.
Personal purchase or customers that purchase through him. So you would send a share cart link out. You would log in as him, send a share cart through his login. Okay.
I think that's where I got confused. So it's one or the other.
Have this, but like Recover is 52 PV. And I love Recover, especially after a Lift 4 workout when I don't want to be so sore where I can't like get off the toilet. Order it through his account and boom.
Okay.
And away we go.
So somebody has to order or he has to order?
Yep.
Okay. My other question is, and I kind of had mentioned this in the group message, and I kind of talked to Jessica about it. I have people that are already like, they sign up as a coach. She's like, I already have somebody that wants to sign up underneath me. And I'm like, you have any, like, this is her first time to hear about Beachbody. I'm like, okay, whoa, like, let me get you through this program first, and then you can sign people up. But she wants to, so I'm helping her get somebody else signed up underneath her.
Yeah. Do it. They don't have to.
But I'm still doing all the work, which is fine.
Have them sign
up. Hell yeah. That's going to benefit you, though. It's going to help her. And it's going to
benefit you. So how do I do like the share cart, all of the work if it's underneath her? If that makes sense. Like right now I have her in a group message on Facebook to get this person signed up. I'm doing all the work. She's just connecting the dots between us two. But I don't know what to do with like share cart because she's fixing to pick her program today. I'm like, can I have your login?
So there's a share cart. Okay, I'll send this to you, but also actually you can access it in the Team VIP unit section. There's a spot where it will show you exactly what to send your new coaches. And there's a share cart video. Send your new coach that share cart video, and it teaches them the same thing that you got, your first welcome email that has a share cart and the business starter guide. Send that to your new coach and let her know, hey, there's a video in here. It'll show you how to do the share cart for your new customer. If you have questions, let me know. I'm here to help. And then if you need to pop on a Zoom and do like a share screen, but she will learn faster if she does it.
Right. Okay.
Whether you walk her through it on the phone or you share a screen and you just talk her through it. But if she physically does it, she will learn a lot faster than if you pop in and do it for her. Not that you can't, not that I haven't. Like if I have people who I know are not going to actually coach or just signing up a couple of people, you can do it, but it's just, and it gives them that sense of confidence. Like, oh, hey, like I can do this. This isn't that hard. And that may be the kickoff to a very strong business.
Okay. So the packages that we have given the people the option, like the good, better, best right now, that's for June?
Yes.
Or the whole year, or?
It's for June. We'll find out. Once you're a diamond, you get the Diamond Insider a couple days before the end of the month, and we'll know what the promotions are for July. So we'll update that PDF. That link that we send you will always work, but we'll go in on our end and update the packages for what will be on promotion for July. Now, with the new program coming out for July, Muscle Burns Fat, and it doesn't launch until the 7th. It's going to be like the first week of June, it's going to be this. And then come the 7th, if you sign up as a coach exclusive window, you have the option to do this. So just know we're in the middle of launching. So it's like, oh, there's a lot happening, but we'll always make sure that that link is most up to date. So for you to send.
Okay. I didn't want to be like offering this package and like, oh no, that's not that price anymore. And then, because once you tell somebody a price, that's kind of what they set their mind on. And if you feel like I signed up a coach under a customer on accident. Well, then I had to sign her up. She had to pay $40 and get refunded. Well, I already felt like, okay, did I already screw that up? And she's going to say, no, just be a customer. If that makes sense. You don't want to mess up something with somebody's money by any means.
Yeah. You're not messing up. You're doing great.
I don't know about all that.
You are. Y'all are rocking it. It's a lot. We told you at the beginning when we first started this, it's a lot of information. You're going to be like, oh, my head's exploding. If you haven't felt that yet, well, you probably have, because we've come at you with a lot. It's okay. You're learning a new job, just like with anything. The learning curve is steep. It's like, I don't know how I'm ever going to remember this. I promise. Something clicks, and then you're like, oh, this job is actually very simple. Follow that business activity tracker every single day. Boom, got it. You can do share cart with your eyes closed. But you're just in the very early stages where there's just so much coming at you. Totally okay if you're like, oh my gosh, but that's what we're here for. And y'all are doing really great.
Chelsea said she's been a coach for 3 years and still learning so much every day. I feel you, girl. I feel you, girl. I fail forward on the day.
Forget, and I'm like, I'll ask Jessica. I'm like, this is a really dumb question, and I should know this, but I don't. And I'm constantly sending that text her. I'm like, remind me because I can't remember. So you're never alone.
I try to use those units, then I'm like, it's like hidden information. I know it's there somewhere, and I've read so much that I'm like, I know I've read it, but I don't know where it is. Like, just
put it in the pod. Like, hey, I'm looking for this. What unit? And we'll be able to be like, unit 6, Beachbody links, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have those memorized. I'm just like scrambling.
Yeah, but you know what? We didn't create those until this year. Okay, so don't think that we have it together. No. Because we finally figured out that, oh my gosh, there's so much that we created and it's everywhere and it's so hard to navigate. We just made that because we're constantly trying to work smarter, not harder. So I'm hoping they're helping. Good. Okay. Any other questions before we pop off? In your message pod, you are going to be getting a diamond map so that you can print it off because you know that's your next rank that we want you to achieve, and you can reach out. We can chat about your personal diamond map and where you want to go and where you want to hit it. You'll also be receiving the Waitlist for Success Club link. Was there anything else we said we were popping in the pod? I don't think so. I tried to write it down.
That first thing
So we'll pop
on the first, the thing on the side about the success starter.
Yes, thank you. Your success starter guide. So you can either save those as an image on your phone, or if you're like me, print it off, because I'm old school and I like to touch the paper. Okay. Anything else before we pop off? I'm super excited. So this is your final mentorship call. Our next mentorship call will be July 1st, which is this time next Wednesday. I want you to make it your goal that you are popping on that mentorship call with your first working coach. Got it? Got it. Between now and next Wednesday, you are popping on. We are starting over with the first call of training, and I want you to be on it with your first coach.
Same thing if you want to go to coach training again for July, just like with our clients. You are more than welcome to do that again. Okay.
So if we have somebody that wants to coach underneath us, y'all will do the work also for that? Oh,
yes, girl.
That was going to have to be us. Okay.
No, sharing is caring. We got you.
Even better.
Yep.
All you have to do is get them excited. We'll take care of the rest.
Thank y'all. Y'all have made our lives much simpler.
That's the goal. Good. Y'all are sweet. All right. Well, we are going to pop that in the pod. We'll see you later, but I'm super proud of you guys and super excited for your business. Bye, y'all.
Bye.